And what happens when that world meets the world that's still naive, it can make for some of the funniest stuff you've ever seen in your life. And you've all had that. If you've got kids, you've had that moment where you've got blood in your mouth because you're biting your lip because you cannot laugh. And during our little chat, one of these moments arrived. We were having our little talk, and I said, you know, son, I said, when you finally meet this girl, whoever she is, and you fall in love and you think you might do it, I go, you got to swear to me right now that you will always use a condom. I said, because it prevents diseases, it prevents unwanted pregnancies. And he's kind of looking at me funny. I said, you know what a condom is, right? And he goes, yeah. I go, all right. I go, why don't you tell me so I know you know? And he goes, Dad. I go, come on. And he goes, oh. A condom is a rubber thing shaped like a wiener that hums. You've been in Mama's sock drawer, haven't you? Oh, my wife loves that joke. She goes, why do you do that joke? You know I don't have one of those. And I go, I know that. Just figured if you kept hearing it. She's like, Bill, and I go, sorry. I'm just a guy. Oh, man. That's one of the things I love the best about my son, is that he makes me laugh. And he does it without trying, which makes it even funnier. He'd been playing baseball with his buddies one day. And I guess he slid and got a scrape on his rear end right there. And he came in the house, he was whining about it. Oh, Dad, got a scrape, got a scrape, got a scrape. My wife said, well, go in your room, take your pants off, and I'll come in and rub some ointment on it. Well, I'm in there talking to him. My wife's rubbing ointment on his butt. And he farted. I'm laughing because I'm a guy. And my wife looked at him and went, Travis. And he turned to his mother with the straightest face I've ever seen in my life and said, my compliments to the chef. That's my boy. Every year we take a trip across country, going back to the ranch, and just me and my son. It's our time to be buddies or dad and son, whatever the situation might call for. And so I didn't know this, but apparently across this country there has been this popularity of topless steakhouses popping up. And they're legitimate restaurants, just the waitresses are topless. But they don't advertise it like, they don't say like Cindy's Topless Steakhouse. It just says Cindy's Steakhouse. So we're we're driving across country, and it got to be about dinner time, and I said, son, you getting hungry? He goes, yeah. And I go, hey, look, there's a steakhouse. So we pull in the steakhouse. We walk up to the hostess, who's fully dressed, and she goes, can I get you gentlemen a table? I said, yes, ma'am, that'd be nice. There's two of us. She seats us at our table. I'm looking at the menu, and I become aware of the fact that someone else has walked up next to the table. And I looked up. And my son's eyes are glued to this woman like my eyes were glued to that woman. And she goes, can I get you boys anything? And I said, oh, Lord. I said, ma'am, I believe there's been a mistake made here. And my son goes, don't you want to hear what the special is? Honey, I believe we're looking at the special. And he goes, well, we could split some. I'm like, shut up. Boy, all the way across that parking lot, I was like, if your mama asked where we had dinner, we went to Burger King. He goes, there's no boobs. I go, that's right, there are no boobs at Burger King. He goes, how was your steak? I said, great. He's starting to play sports a little more seriously now, and I had to take him in the other day to get a real physical. And we were driving to the doctor's office, and his only concern about this whole physical was whether he was going to get a shot or not. He goes, Dad, am I going to get shot? And I said, no, it's your sports physical. There's no shot. 2 minutes later, Dad, am I going to get shot? And I go, did you not hear me? No shot, sports physical. 2 minutes later, Dad, I go, son, a shot is the least of your worries at this point. So we get in the doctor's office, and I'm standing right next to him. Doctor checks his heart and his lungs and his blood pressure. And all of a sudden the doctor goes, all right, son, take your pants off. What'd he say? He wants you to take your pants off. Why? It's just part of your sports physical, son. We wear pants in sports. Just take your pants off. Doctor goes, all right, take your underwear off. Dad. I said, it's all right. And he starts. Am I in trouble for something? Just take your underwear off. So he slides those drawers down, and that doctor reached up and just grabbed him. Do y'all remember that cartoon where the cat would be asleep on the rug, and that little puppy would sneak up behind it and go, "Row, row, 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 row," and that cat would scream to the ceiling? That would have been my son if that doctor had not had hold of him. And he is flipping out. And the doctor goes, son, relax. I just want to make sure you got 4. Dad! 2, he meant 2. It's a joke. Ha, 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 ha. So the doctor's got hold of him. And he goes, all right, son, cough. And my son goes, and he said, no, boy, cough. And he goes, I forgot how! All the way home, he won't even look at me. He's just straight out the windshield, boy. Finally, about halfway home, he goes, Dad. And I said, yeah, son. He goes, that was weird. I said, I know. I said, but you got to get it done, man. He goes, well, I know. Still weird. I said, yeah. Wait till you're 40. What happens then? You see this finger, son? They stick it in your butt. What? Which is amazing, isn't it? With all the advances in modern medicine, this is still the only way to check for that mess. You don't got a Polaroid or something. I mean, I had mine 2 months ago. I don't know what this fellow was looking for. But after a while, I'm like, hey, Doc. Why don't you tell me what I'm thinking? And he's like, why? And I said, because you're touching my brain, that's why. Jeez, that's my cerebrum there, E.T. If you're checking for cavities, got a dentist, thanks. And they use that stuff, that... It's like axle grease, isn't it, fellas? You can't wash that mess off with lava soap and a SOS pad. And my doctor wants to talk to me while he's doing it. Shut up! Just do me, then we'll chat, all right? I'll tell you what, the older I get, the less I trust medicine. I guess it's just getting older, man, you know. God, I hate getting old. I'll tell you what, I'm about to say getting old sucks. You know you're getting old when you spend more time on the ointment aisle than any other aisle in the grocery store. Or commercials that you used to laugh at, you find yourself going, I make noises getting into bed now. What is that? Do you everybody like, oh, yeah, there we go, yeah, right there. If I get up in the middle of the night to go pee, which is another sign you're getting older, I used to sleep all night, pee for 20 minutes. Now it wakes me up. It's like, hey, didn't we just do this? I start walking to the bathroom, my bones are popping so loud, it sounds like somebody walking on packing peanuts. And then I read in the paper that Viagra now has a pill they call the Weekender. Because its effects last 36 hours. Dear God. 36 hours? I'm thrilled if it lasts 3 to 6 minutes. Hey, let me tell you something. 36 hours, you're not making love at that point. You're a circus freak. You might as well just parade people through your bedroom. 17 hours, ta-da! 28 hours, ta-da! I mean, can I tell you something? If I took that pill, the Weekender, with effects that last 36 hours, I'd be dead. Physically dead from the lack of blood to my brain. The only good side effect is they'd have a handle they could carry me out of the building with. "36 hours. And knowing my wife, at 35 hours and 59 minutes, she'd holler, "I'm almost there! It's been 3 days! Could we focus?" Just part of it. Then I got a hernia this year. I swear. You know what? I talk a lot about my wife. I do love her to death. And one of the things that makes us work is that we're just so different. She loves to work out. She lives to work out. And she always wants me to go work out with her. And it's like, "I'm going to go on a 2-hour walk. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Or I could watch Law and Order and have 2 beers. So one day she goes, "You know what, Bill, you need a trainer." And I go, whoa. I go, "They're not that big. That's muscle." She goes, "Ugh." She goes, "A physical trainer." I go, "Don't." She goes, "I already did." She hired this guy named Hans. And Hans is one of these people he's the male version of my wife. He just lives to work out. So we go to the gym, and he puts me on this machine where you lie on your back at kind of an angle, and your feet are up here on this plate. And then there's a bar with 6,000 pounds of weights. And you're like this. And I go, "All right, what do we do?" And he goes, "You push it up." And I go. And he goes, "Now let it down." Bam! My knees are right here. And I go, "Hans, I can't feel my back." And he goes, "Oh." And with one hand, lifts these weights up. And I go, "Why are we doing this exercise?" And he goes, "Football players do this exercise every day. Because every day they got 400-pound defensive linemen running at them full speed." And I said, "Hans, you need a glimpse into my daily life." After my morning Bloody Mary, I've never really had a 400-pound defensive lineman come at me down the sidewalk at full speed. But let's just say one did. I would see him and step out of the way. Watch, I'll do it again. I'm not even tired. So I go to my doctor, and he goes, "Yeah, you got a hernia. We'll fix it tomorrow. A day surgery." So I'm kind of flippant about this surgery, because remember the old-fashioned way where they would cut you open, you were gone 5-6 weeks? They don't do that anymore. Now, they just poke 2 holes in you. And in one, they stick a camera, which is a journey I wouldn't go on. And in the other hole, they fix it. I was in a